So today I have to head to Phoenix and do a little electrical work. It's actually on a building, some lighting. So I was overheard that I was good with LEDs, kind of with the light kit basically on bikes. So they wanted me to do their roof. So doing that today. I actually had a doctor's appointment in Phoenix around the same area at 11. It's 7:41 right now. I mean 7:47. So instead, well, that got canceled. So instead, I'm just gonna work on the roof while I have a free day. I told them that I would be in Phoenix anyway, but that I had an appointment at 11. Well, that was originally the plan, but so I canceled. I'm just gonna work on that basically all day. Hopefully, I noticed in the last video my lens was fogging up because of this stupid cold weather, and then I guess the camera gets a little warm, it kind of offsets and it's just like foggy in there. And I'm kind of hoping it doesn't do that again today. I was actually trying to look for some, what is it, silica? That stuff that they put in shoes to keep moisture out. Because I did save a couple of those. Well, just specifically for the camera. It's pretty cold out today. I think it was about 37. Actually it's not. I mean, it's cold, but really the only thing that's affecting me is my hands, because my gloves are fingerless. The reason they're fingerless is because I can't find any actual gloves that will fit my hands, my fingertips. I guess my fingers are freakishly long. Well, eventually they'll get numb and I won't feel them, so I'm kind of just waiting for that, because they do hurt right now. I don't know if I talked like deep into about the situation of my carbs. No, actually I didn't. So after I took it apart, I put the new O-rings in. Well, I got two of them. I basically had 3 of them total in. I put 2 of the new ones in with those new O-rings. And well, after the second one that I put in, I actually over tightened it. I'm not really sure, like, I've never worked on carburetors before, so I wasn't really sure about like how much to torque it. I mean, because I was thinking that maybe the washer was maybe getting stuck, or I don't know. So I ended up over tightening it, and now it's kind of stuck. I can't get it out. If I unscrew it, then the tip just spins. So it's kind of, I really don't know what to do with that. Well, the good thing is, I don't know if you'd call it a good thing, but with the carb that it got stuck in, and that was the mixture, the fuel mixture pilot pin, whatever you call it. The good thing about that is, so it was in my 4th carb, like how they number them. It was the right rear, I think. Well, depending on how you position it, but so that one, initially when I took it apart, I saw that the bolt, not the bolt, well, there's a bolt that basically connects all of them together. I think there's one on each side. So one bolt connects 2 of them together, the front and the back. Another bolt connects the other side, and possibly some in the middle. I wasn't really paying attention to that part, but so on the 4th one, which is the one that I got the pilot stuck in, that one was actually broken, where the screw is supposed to connect to connect both of them together. Okay, I remember it. So basically, the rear carbs connect to the front carbs via one screw, just one screw, and then whatever's in the middle. But I didn't really check the middle. And the rear carb, the right rear one. Okay, so they're connected with the screw, and the rear ones have like a circular fitting. So basically, the bolt goes through that, and then into the frame of the front carburetors. So anyway, the carb that I got stuck, the pilot stuck in, that was actually broke. So and I saw that initially before I was going off to look for the O-rings, but I thought I could maybe just get away with it. I mean, because I'm not made of money currently right now. Not that I usually am, but I mean, sometimes I'll have money here and there, but currently not really. So I was just trying to get away with it. But yeah, after I got the pilot stuck, it's a good thing. It's probably a sign that I should replace it. I mean, besides the fact that the pilot got stuck there, I probably should have replaced it anyway. Maybe that was a sign to actually get me to do it instead of being cheap. I'm gonna have to go and replace that and then order another pilot. I noticed that you can actually get universal. I'm not sure if they're all universal. Well, probably not, but I'm sure a majority of the pilot. What is exactly the fuel mixture pilot? Something like that. I'm just gonna call it that. I don't know the exact term, but so yeah, I noticed that a lot of them are universal, but I'm thinking about just getting the stock because I don't want to run into any problems with fittings or anything like that. Anyway, so the carbs, you actually have to get them specific for each corner. You can't just buy a random carb. So I've decided to get a used carb because basically you can't find them anywhere new that I know of. The parts are obsolete because that bike is a little old. So I found a couple on eBay, and I mean I could also check out some scrap yards out here. Probably not today, but so on eBay I found them for like not too much. I think they were about $50, and then the pilot was about $25. I know I could get a universal for maybe like $10, something like that. I may go with the universal. I'm gonna have to do more research on that because just to get the specifics and the sizing and everything, because I don't want to have to. I don't know, but that's another story. So, and that's a little bit down the road a little bit. So, I'm not gonna be working on that for maybe a month or so. So I'm basically stuck with this one for about the same month or so. I'm fine with it. This one is more comfortable. Oh yeah, so I actually didn't talk about a lot of things. So we actually moved out of the dorms. My girlfriend Janine and I, that was meant to be separate words, not my girlfriend Janine and I, my girlfriend Janine and I. So we're not in the dorms anymore. We actually got an apartment, like I was saying before in the other video. and that's been going pretty well. We've basically, since my last video, we've been in the apartment. Not my very last, but I mean, what was it, like 10 months ago or whatever. So that's been going pretty well. We had one of my friends as a roommate. That didn't go too well. He was basically, we were like best buddies, like my drinking buddy. My girlfriend really hated him, just because, well, I think because he was supposedly a bad influence on me, but to be honest, I think I was just as bad of an influence on him at the time, before we actually moved in. Like, he actually moved in with us. So it went well for a few months. A little clashing here and there. A lot of drama. Well, another thing is, well, I should back up to before that. So last January, which was a year ago from today, I'm sure I talked about it, but I quit drinking due to the crash. All caps. That's basically my event that I talk about a lot. Well, I mean, maybe I don't talk about it a lot, but I always say the crash. Anyway, that was a result of bad decisions for me. Regarding alcohol, had a little bit too much. I want to save that story for another time. Anyway, so after that, I decided to just quit drinking for a year. And today is, well, that was the 3rd. Well, the morning of the 4th as well. So, and today is, I'm not sure, but maybe another couple weeks in. So I'm a year and a couple weeks sober. So basically that was kind of a self-discipline thing. I mean, because I really messed up there. So anyway, so I was dealing with that alongside my buddy and roommate, and he kept wanting me to drink with him and go party. Well, not party, we never really partied, but like, you know, go to little events, hit the bar, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I was doing that whole sober life thing, so that didn't help. Then, you know, it was kind of like I was his father or something, and then, yeah, it's just kind of a weird relationship. So that kind of went downhill. Now we don't really talk much, but a lot of drama in between that. I don't think it's really appropriate to talk about. You know, just to do it just for his sake. Anyway, so he moved out maybe a month ago, and we decided to do an additional year for the lease. Yeah, we're keeping this place. We still have that extra room. So I threw a little ad on, well, not an ad, but so I posted on my Facebook about, you know, I have an open room, anyone needing or wanting to room with us. So I put that on there. Well, a couple of my friends responded, but one was completely sure, so I went ahead and went with him. So he got money together, and we had the first month's rent, the power, well, not the power, but he still hasn't actually moved in yet, so he basically just secured a spot. Basically, his story is, so he came from, well, originally he's from here. Well, from the time that I have known him. So he basically came back from up north. I actually can't remember. Oklahoma, I think. So he came down here to visit initially, and so he drove, brought some of his stuff, and he stayed at his mom's house for a little bit. So I came by, we hung out a little bit. So he came out here to visit, I think it was about, well, less than a year ago, maybe like 6 months ago. Something like that, in between. And his car started acting up while he was out here. I guess I'm not completely sure, but I guess he blew something in his engine, which is, it's totally like shot now. So he ended up getting another of the same model of his car, well, just a slightly maybe like a sub model of his model, in order to do an engine swap. I think so. I'm not totally certain. And that car needed some work. It was like the guy was like completely did not know what he was doing with the car. So that car, I think it was an RX-7. Yeah, that was, I mean, everything on it was like destroyed. It ran and everything, but everything on it was like destroyed. So anyway, he was going to swap out some parts on that, and then I guess, I'm not sure what he was going to do with it afterwards, but anyway, so then that RX started doing some weird shit, and I'm not really sure what's wrong with that one. I'm actually going to his house, well, his mom's house, after I do the electrical work. Well, no, not after I do the electrical work, because I have to actually stop by and pick up a new phone in Scottsdale beforehand. Well, before that. So yeah, but after that, I'm gonna stop by Ahwatukee and help him out. I don't know. I guess he's swapping out the exhaust system. But anyway, so because of all that, he just decided to stay here. I'm guessing that's one of the factors, because he's kind of stranded. I mean, he can't just leave all his stuff here and then just head back. So that's basically, I mean, he basically moved back out here because of his vehicles. Well, I mean, because of his first vehicle. But I mean, things happen. It could be fate, I don't know. Maybe he was just meant to. It is cold. I don't know why it's cloudy out. It's not helping. Usually it would be pretty bearable by now, but I am freezing and my fingers are killing me. That's a good thing. Well, today's Monday. I don't know. Today is Martin Luther King Day, so, well, traffic is nice, and dropping off Janine was nice because there was no those little stupid crosswalks with the kids that take like 15 minutes to go. I can smell the asphalt. There's actually an asphalt company down the road. I think it's like a mile, less than a mile from here. It's just right up here off this next exit. I think I worked there a little too long because I could smell it. I worked there, it was probably like 2 years ago. I did not miss that place. I was working there in the summer. Then they don't have air. Well, they have air, but I mean, it gets so hot because it's cooking asphalt in there. You're basically boxing it up. So it's coming out hot, and you're just boxing it up. Jeez, I can hardly shift. My hands are frozen. I was thinking about getting those hand warmers for the grits, but then I was like, I'm really, I'm almost stuttering. No, but I'm really only going to use those for how many months out of the year, and so I just kind of thought it was pointless. I mean, I'd rather just get heated gloves. I would think that would be more efficient. Like maybe, I don't know if they're rechargeable or you throw in a D battery, something like that. I'm kind of excited to get my bike running. I was about to say my own bike. I don't know why I keep saying that, but this is Janine's bike, my girlfriend's bike. I really miss my bike. I don't know, it's just the feel. This just, I don't know. I think it's just, I can't get the feel for this bike. It's just it's too easy to drive. Like compared to mine, I think this is like a beginner's bike. Ow! Freaking rock hit my knuckle like a piece of gravel. Ow! That hurt. Ah! Now I'm getting like the after pain. Yeah, on this bike, I think it'd be pretty hard to stall. It's kind of hard to do anything wrong on this bike, I think, really. I think my freaking finger's bleeding. It actually hit the armored part of my gloves, but like the tip of it freaking hurt. Damn it. So traffic is a lot nicer on holidays. Well, it depends on what holiday. But today, it's looking nice. That's a little weird though, because isn't Martin Luther King a holiday like where just kids are off? Because, I mean, businesses aren't just gonna close, right? It's really like, well, it's only like a specific number of holidays where stores close, right? I think it's like, what is it? Just like Christmas and Easter, Thanksgiving. I think basically religious holidays. Well, not all religions, obviously, but like Christian holidays. So that's kind of weird. I mean, just with that, how come there's less traffic? Because the traffic can't all be caused by children, like being taken to school. I mean, because then they would be in the HOV lane, right? Man, I am tired. So I went to bed at around, I think it was about maybe 10, which is actually pretty early. I don't know, I was just tired. And then the night before that, I just pulled an all-nighter. So I went to bed at 10 last night. Jeez. And I woke up at... He's just not able to speed. I woke up at around 2, Well, I woke up a couple times, but the last one I remember was 2. Well, that was the last one. And then I just couldn't go back to sleep. So then I was just up, another hour, and then eventually it was like 6 o'clock. And then Janine has to work at, well, she gets up at around 7. So I got up a little bit early, woke up her up a little bit earlier. She was a little mad, but so I got ready. So I basically got, what is that? Like 4 hours of sleep. So I'm a little off today. Where'd that crazy driver go? Jeez, they're way up there. They have like a temp license on the back. So I don't know if they just bought it or what. This right here, this area is where the freaking traffic starts to build up, and it sucks. I actually lost the guy. Did he turn off? I thought he was up here. Or unless he's way up there, like just took off. Yeah, it's usually backed up to right here. But I guess because of the holiday, it's cleared up a little bit. Especially right now, the time right now, it's 8:25. Yeah, it would be backed up bad right now. Nope, I think I found the guy. He's speeding up behind me. That's gotta be him. Or her. No, it's a Prius. But they're speeding too. I'm going 80 right now, so they're probably going like, what, 85? Hold your breath. I don't know why that's a thing here, but I don't know. So you pass by the tunnel, you gotta hold your breath, you get a wish. That's just one of the things of Arizona. I don't know if it's, I don't really know how that even came about, but ever since I was little, I've known that's been a thing. And after going to college, everyone else does that too, so it's kind of like an Arizona thing. Just that tunnel only, just that one. And heading up to the fairgrounds now. I'm sure they're closed. I don't think they're having anything right now. Usually they'll have like a gun show or little garden show. I don't know. I mean, old people will probably go to that, but some food shows. Really like, basically any event they have at the fairgrounds up here. I'm sure there's something, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's something. Freaking pegs on the bottom. It's missing like the, well, they're just too short, these pegs. It's actually missing the little balls that hold it, will hold your foot. I can hardly like move my fingers. I'm trying to like grip and push the buttons and stuff, but I can hardly do it. My fingers are frozen. I hate this light. Of course I'd hit it. It's gonna take like 3 minutes. I really hate this intersection. I don't even know why they have such a thing, because anytime I go on any of these roads, I get lost, except this one. I can go down 19th because I know most of the roads in Arizona are just like horizontal and vertical. There's no, I mean, obviously there's some, but like this, which is diagonally just kind of like random. Yeah, but this light takes forever. Who even, like, I don't even know why they're, I mean, really the only thing I can think of is maybe the old days this used to be like a dirt road, and it just kind of went like this anyway. And then they built the buildings off the side, so it kind of just, maybe they just kind of adapted, I don't know. I wonder how long the fairgrounds has been here. Still waiting. Please. I think my camera battery died. I'm not really sure at what point. I seriously, I don't like these freaking batteries. You basically, well, I mean, you get a good amount of time, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's probably a good thing that it cut out, because I think I was just bitching. I mean, I'm tired, and it's kind of getting to me now because I was working. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of try to backtrack of what I was talking about without the bitching. So, yeah, I was supposed to meet this guy on OfferUp. It's like Craigslist. Like you. Shit. Got a freaking bug in my jacket. It's not a bee. Feels like some kind of venom shit. I don't know. It's definitely not a bee though. Bees hurt. This kind of just is irritating. So yeah, I was supposed to meet that guy. So we didn't actually get to the electrical part that I was supposed to be doing today. I just got to, well, I helped out with a little bit around the place. So I basically just painted all day and spackled. We put in a couple walls. So I was messaging this guy actually last night, so the conversation went back that far. Or maybe even 2 nights. So we were supposed to initially meet today, actually after I was off, well, done working. So he messages me. Well, no. So I tell him about 2 is when I'm gonna start heading back, because I do have to pick Janina from her work in Casa Grande. That's about a 40-minute drive when the traffic isn't bad. From here, go. There's a stop sign. And, well, I also had to go down here to Ahwatukee to meet up with my roommate, my new roommate. He wanted to do a exhaust swap out, I guess. That guy camera shy. So I basically had to do all these things like within a certain time limit. So it's about 2, not right now, but at the time it's about 2. And the guy hasn't messaged me back. So I'm like, are we gonna meet, or he's like, what did he his English was like garbage. Yeah, so he was like, I eat bro, I don't even know, it was like some childish, like some high school crap. So yeah, he messaged me some cross streets, and I'm like, okay, so alright, so I give him my number because I don't have internet right now currently. That's just how it is right now. So I mean, I have text but no internet. It sucks, but I have to deal with it for right now. So yeah, I was meeting that guy to pick up I was gonna pick up a tablet from him, and ended up going to shit. So anyway, I gave him my number before I headed out because I don't have internet, so just so he'd be able to contact me. So I don't get anything. And then on the way, I just stopped by like a fast food restaurant. Because I mean, all fast food restaurants have Wi-Fi. I mean, this time at this day and age. So I stopped by KFC. They don't have freaking Wi-Fi. I'm like, I guess they didn't get in with the loop with all the other chains. So, but I see an open connection, Cox Internet, COX. So I clicked that. I thought that was maybe their internet, maybe. I don't know. I was kind of like guessing maybe, and I really don't know where that internet was coming from, but so in order for me to actually use that, which I doubt it was, I had to, what the hell was that? I had to sign up for some trial, or it was a bunch of stupid crap, like, or I could be a customer of that service provider, which I'm not anymore. So I get on there and I message him. I'm like, so are we meeting at your house or at a place or what? And then I don't get any message because, well, I mean, I don't know why. So, but I waited like maybe 15 minutes. I still didn't get any replies back. And I still didn't get any messages to my phone. I don't know why the dick didn't freaking text me. I mean, he could, if he doesn't have a phone, then he could have at least said, I don't have a phone. I mean, I don't even know what to assume. So anyway, no reply, so I continue heading to those main streets that he gave me. I stopped by another fast food, and I actually get a message, and he says at, where was it? It was some ghetto ass motel, Happy Inns, or I can't even remember what it was. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I end up, it's a couple streets down from those two main streets where you originally told me. So I get there at that freaking ghetto ass motel, and I drive around. I don't see him, so I wait like 20 minutes again. Nothing, no text, nothing. So I end up heading out, trying to find like another stupid fast food. I can't find anything but Jack in the Box. Like, what the hell? So I'm on Van Buren. That's basically like, it's ghetto as shit over there. So basically it's just strip club, KFC, pawn shop, nasty ass motel, hookers on the freaking road, dumbass crackheads, like yelling at nothing. It's seriously like a shit piece of shit. So finally I find a Burger King, and like just seeing that Burger King, it was like a freaking 5-star restaurant compared to everything else out there. So I get there, they have Wi-Fi, obviously. I connect. I still have no text back at this point. And so it was like, I think maybe like 15 minutes have gone by since I messaged him my cell number. Nothing, not even on the app. I didn't even have a message. So I messaged him. I'm like, I stopped by whatever that Happy Inns, I think, or it was something like that, Happy Inn. So I messaged him. I'm like, I stopped by whatever what the place is called, and I didn't see you. Are you staying there in a room number? Also, do you have a number I could text you on, because I don't have internet right now? That's basically sums it up what I said. Something like something similar, if not that. So I wait a little bit. He gets right back to me, and he's like, "Wait there." At that point, I'm just thinking he's just like trolling me, or I don't know. So I've just had enough at that point. So I messaged him back just saying that I have plans and that I'll have to meet up with him another time. Because if he was trolling me, then I'm sure he'll get all mad because I got the last say. I don't know. I mean, who knows if he even had the listings that are on his thing. I mean, seriously, I've had so many issues on that app. I mean, even just Craigslist too. It's just shady people. Like, you're going to meet up with someone, and then they either don't respond, or they give you an address or a place to meet, like, I don't know, like Starbucks or something. So you get there, no response, 30 minutes, no response. At times, I've actually stayed almost an hour at times. And to be honest, I actually think like my last maybe 5 transactions, if you would actually call it transactions, I don't know what you'd call it, but the last 5 kind of deals that I was supposed to do, like meet up with them, have been like flakes. Like they just, I don't know. So I'm kind of just fed up a little bit with that. So I decided to make a little segment on, I mean, just like the local people out here that have flaked. Just to, I don't know. Well, I can get their name out and possibly a picture. Some of them have pictures. And I don't know, just in case someone else is dealing with them. But I've just been thinking maybe I should just call them out, and hopefully one of them sees the video. I don't know. I can tag their name in it. But that would be pretty funny. So it's 4 o'clock right now. So I basically have about 30 minutes. And my friend's probably like, where are you? Because I told him I would be over there at, I think around 2. Yeah, that's when I was initially supposed to meet up with this guy at 2 when I got out. And it's 4 now. Yeah, so I was a little irritated. It's probably best that the battery did die for the camera, because I think I was just bitching. So my friend's probably going to be like, what the hell? I'm only going to have like 30 minutes to help him. He wanted to swap out an exhaust system, I guess? I don't know. On one of his rides, and put it on another ride. Basically a loud ass muffler. He wants to put that on his new ride. He basically bought the same, I actually talked about this, I think. Yeah, he bought the same model, so on his old ride, on his original ride, he's taking that off and putting it on the new one, I guess. He's probably gonna be like, what the hell? Because I'm like 2 hours late. So that was pretty quick. I think I basically only had, well, it's 4:38 right now. So I really only had like a few. I did overstay a little bit, but ooh, furniture looks like all handmade. Yeah, I did overstay a little bit, so I'm gonna have to kind of rush to get back home to pick Janina up. So I got there, and I guess the exhaust system was uncompatible with his new ride. The new ride, it's basically, I guess, the same model, but, well, not technically. It's kind of like a sub-model difference. It's actually a convertible instead of what his original one was not a convertible. So there's like little features that aren't the same. Oh, when I was, so I'm kind of hoping that I just hit my camera a little bit hard when I was taking off. I kind of like dropped it a little bit on the gas tank, and it loosened up the part that connects the camera to the helmet. So I'm kind of hoping that it stays on. I'm kind of just taking a chance, like, because really I don't think it's gonna fall off, but I mean, even if it does fall off, then the cord will catch it, and from that point I can just grab it and disconnect it and put it in my lap. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So it sucked. I mean, I only got to visit for like, I think technically it was like 40 minutes, but, well, something like that, close to 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Basically stopped by and had to leave. So now I gotta rush back. What was nice is Mom made some the fuck? I swear, like, there's like a bunch of idiots on the road. I don't know if if the battery died before, but or if I caught all of the other dumbasses on the road when I was in the garbage area of the Phoenix. I don't know if it's Phoenix or Apache Junction. I actually don't know how far Apache Junction reaches. So, I mean where, not reaches, but like where it begins and where it cuts off. So yeah, basically where it reaches. Kind of can't wait to get home. It's just been a long day. A lot of idiots on the freaking road too. A lot of idiots just in general. But I think I should make it back just about when she gets off. I think it takes about, well, with my driving, I think it takes about maybe 30 minutes to get there. So I don't think that there is going to be traffic because, well, I mean, basically it's kind of a holiday, so I don't know. I don't want to speed. I kind of tend to just speed on accident. Well, this is actually where I got my well, not my last, but I've actually gotten a lot of tickets, and this is where I've gotten one of them. Well, this is where I got the one. This is where I got the ticket where the cop was trying to get me for illegal lighting or something, whatever the charge was called. It was right here. So yeah, this is a perfect example of when I would use my light kit. It's to be seen, yes, but it was not in the front like I was trying to pull someone over, or which is kind of stupid. But see how there are no street lights right here. I mean, so that's one thing that I brought up in the courtroom, that it's obviously to be noticed, especially, well, I brought up also, and this is at night, like, so it's pitch black basically, besides headlights. And I brought up that I go back and forth from Casa Grande to here, and I do travel at night as well. So anyway, so yeah, well, I stopped by my friend's house right now. It's another good friend, but like, I've known this friend for since I think maybe freshman year in high school, I think. When was that? So I think 2004. I'm pretty old. Well, some would say I'm old, some would say I'm not old, just a little kid. But so that's 11 years. More than 11 years I've known him. So that's basically, I think, my closest friend. Oh, my oldest friend, maybe? Well, no, not my oldest friend. I have older friends. I have older friends, but they don't. No. The friends that I've been friends with since like childhood, they're like assholes now. So I don't really talk to them. So yeah, so Jeremy, that's his name, Jeremy. He's pretty cool. I think he's basically my closest friend. I have friends, but not like. That sounded stupid too. I have friends. No, I have a lot of friends. I don't really consider any of them like to be closer than any of the others. They're just kind of like, all of them know everything, like, that the other one knows. But I think he's basically my oldest relationship friend. Anyway, so yeah, so that part was incompatible, his exhaust with his new one. I think he's switching to the convertible. But his old one wouldn't fit with the new one. It's actually pretty nice out right now. I was actually getting a little warm, so I took off I usually wear, so in this cold weather, geez, they already built that. What? That green, that building right there with the green, that wasn't built, that was not there, not even the base of it was there, I think maybe a month ago. I think that was the last time I was out here. It was something like that, I don't remember. But they built that pretty quick. I think it's a hotel. Damn it, there's traffic. I think I'll still make it on time, because, well, it's about 4:50 right now. I don't think it would take as long as I'm thinking to get back. Although there's traffic, so, but I can hopefully get through it, because I don't want to have to go through like a shit storm of bitching. I try to keep everyone content. It's sometimes difficult when things are out of your hand. Like that guy that I was supposed to meet, for instance. Yeah, so my friend's mom made some food. I think I said that. I don't remember. But she made some egg rolls, spring rolls, something like that. One of those. I don't know. I get them mixed up. And well, she was saying it's something to do with the new year. Spring roll for the new year. It's good luck, or I don't know. I think it's some kind of tradition, or I'm not really sure. So I mean, she was saying it's good luck to eat it, so why not? I'll eat it. Oh yeah, so his car, I think I was talking about it earlier, but how his car was not working, but he got it to somehow work now, but it needs a few more parts. Like, I can't exactly remember what it was, but this is the road he would have to take to get back. He would have to take this, and I asked him if he thinks that it would make it. So he's basically living with us, but he's renting the other room, but he hasn't moved his stuff in yet, and it's been about a month, so I'm not really sure how he's gonna do this. I mean, living all the way out here, but he can't get any of his stuff out here. I don't know, but hopefully he gets his ride working. And it doesn't help that it's a rotary engine, because I don't know anything about rotary engines at all. I don't know how they work at all. And all the people that I do know that work on cars or any kind of vehicle, they don't know anything about rotary engines either. I've never actually even heard about them until my roommate brought it up about his vehicles. Let's try this view. It's more comfortable. I actually just found this out. The positioning of this, this way, to get the kind of crouch position, because this bike is a little, it's positioned differently than my bike and a lot of the other bikes, so I didn't really know how you're supposed to like get down, like, and actually utilize the windshield. So I'm basically like on my stomach right now. Not anymore. Hang glider up there. I think the only thing about that hang gliding is the landing. I think you'd more than likely hit some like garbage, not garbage, but like cactus maybe, or tumbleweeds and bushes. Oh, that's one of the hang gliders with a fan, I think. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Looks like it's just one guy. That'd be a fun experience. It looks like my gas is gonna make it here. I had to put in like $2. Basically, I had enough, but stupid guy on that OfferUp. I guess his name was Giovanni, and he had like a bunch of ratchet stuff. I don't like using that word, but it's a really good word to describe certain things. He had a bunch of garbage on there, basically. So he had like some old ass shoes, some cracked phones, a purse, some shit no one's gonna buy. Yeah, it's a lot quieter down here. If I crouch Yeah, I could see my odometer nice. I get less noise, less wind. I don't really feel any wind. Yeah, I don't feel any resistance on my helmet right now. I think basically the windshield's doing what it was designed to do. It's a little weird doing this because on my bike it's just kind of natural, like not like this. I'm kind of like laying on my stomach. It's kind of weird. Basically my chest is on the gas tank and my feet are on the passenger pegs. I checked out my chain earlier today. Well, on this bike. This bike actually sat for a few months, so it did need a little bit of maintenance. This is from the prior owner. I actually have not done what I should have done. Checked the chain, fluids, everything. I even left the gas, but it burned out, I guess. The filter looks okay, so no harm done. Yeah, I checked the chain today, and it was a little loose and dry. I mean, a lot of that comes into play with that dick that stole the freaking chain guard probably too, because of all the debris that, well, would have been prevented from hitting the chain. So I had to tighten the chain a little bit. And I noticed that it is a little stretched out. What the hell? It crashed. That may have been why there's traffic. Because everyone has to stop. Like a dick. What is the... Freaking go. No one cares. Or at least go in the freaking far right lane. If you're gonna stop and stare at shit. So it's 5:03, and I would say I'm basically almost there. I think it's one more turn off, and then I hit Casa Grande. I think it's after this bridge up here. Well, that's the turn that I would get off to get to the apartment, but yeah, I think I'll just get off on there. Just a bike. There's a lot of weird stuff all over the place today. I don't know why he wouldn't have pulled over on the right side. You don't slow down on the left. Yeah, this is the turnoff that I would usually get off on. I'm kind of wondering if I should still get off on it. Oh no, I could do one more exit. And then that exit is actually closer to Janine's work than this one. Okay, now the gas light came on and went back off. So I think I'm good for like another 20 miles maybe. I don't know. I'm not really an expert on this bike yet. I'm not even close. Maybe I'm close, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I know some things about it now. But one thing I don't know about is the reserve. I don't know how far I can get on the reserve. I think typically bikes are, you get about maybe like 20 miles. I know on my other bike I could get 20 miles. I think reserve is usually, isn't it usually like half a tank? If that's true, then it would just be half the mileage that you get. I actually don't know what the mileage on this bike is. I think it might be like 50 to the gallon. 509. So I could actually just take this exit, like I think the main street down, one of the main streets, and I could take that all the way. So I'm good on time. I basically have 20 minutes. Now the fuel light's on. Well, it keeps going on and off. That's one thing I have to fix on my bike. My freaking gas. The gas monitor doesn't freaking work. Well, on these two bikes, what I dislike is it doesn't show how much gas you have. You just kind of have to guess or look in the tank. But it'll tell you if you're low. Well, this one it kind of needs to because there's no reserve switch or anything. Mine you don't really need it, but I mean, because I can always tell when it starts to die, then I'll just switch over to reserve, and then I'll know from there that I have like about 20 miles until empty, and I've actually gone empty. Couple times, more than a couple times. Well, I know I have more than half a gallon, at least. The light was actually going off in Phoenix after that dickhead. So I had to put a couple dollars in, all overpriced, in Phoenix. I think it was like $2.15. Out here it's like 40-50 cents cheaper. So I try to tend to stick with, well, not any gas out here. QT is the cheapest out here. We have Sam's Club, and usually you would think that their gas would, well, usually it is the case that, well, in Phoenix, Costco's gas would be cheapest, but actually QT's gas is the cheapest out here. Truckle. Actually, I kind of overshot the road that I was supposed to go on. Alright, I know I need fuel. So it's 5:14. I'll still make it. I got 15 minutes. I'm just barely making it. I left at the exact time that I needed to. I think it was about, what was it, 4:40 when I left, something around there. So it takes about 40 minutes, I think. It's getting a little chilly now, just because there's no sun, stupid clouds. Minutes. You could have went. You're trying to cross? Get off your phone, dick. Jeez, seriously, I hate that. Like people that are on their phone texting and driving. Oh, it's funny, I actually have one of those stupid keychains against texting and driving. I actually found it, so I just put on my little keychain. No, but that is really annoying. Like all the videos that I've made, in between the videos that I haven't made, because I don't always have the camera on. But I mean, the times that I haven't had the camera on, there have been so many times where I'm like basically gonna be run off the road because there's some dick ass texting and not paying attention. But it's funny, on my old bike, because I have the air horns, I actually got those installed just because of that. Just because the dicks that don't pay attention. It was funny with the air horn, they immediately throw their phone on the floor or jump. That's funny. I don't condone drinking and driving, but if I were to compare it to texting and driving, I would say that drinking and driving is less dangerous because you still do have perception, and I mean, you're actually paying attention somewhat, a little bit at least. But with the freaking phone, your eyes are not on the road. You basically only have your ears, but you can't hear where you're driving. You can damn well hear my freaking air horns, though. Just kind of crossed my mind. It crossed my mind because I just saw that girl back there.
Oh.
That's from my old camera.
No, I mean, like, it looks like you got punched.
Oh. Gonna fight.
Shut up.
Damn it.